Well, I'm riding in cold, feel this way for too long. Bring the healer, bring the light, not the gold, 'cause I can be sold. Show me a healer. Try to deny my precious broken wings, but still I'm set to fly. They keep wondering why. Becoming another heartless prophet machine. Now I'm in between, and it's so obscene. Bring the sun instead of wind in the sea. Only to be free, that I guarantee. Still in your breath, just one last time to see. Am I still alive? Well, I'm riding cold, felt this way for too long. Bring the healer, bring the light, not the gold, 'cause I can be sold. Show me a healer, bring the healer. There's no okay, one that's long enough for me to see how it should be. Count on to extinction of this melody. Dream away from me before serenity.
I never read it in a book, I never saw it on a show, but I heard it in the alley on a weird radio. If you want a drink of water, you got to get it from a well. If you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little hell. I never felt it in my feet, I never felt it in my soul, but I heard it in the alley, now it's in my rock and roll. If you want to know a secret, you got to promise not to tell. If you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little hell. Yeah, yeah. I never thought it'd be so easy, never thought it'd be so fun, but I heard it in the alley, now I got it on the run.
Remembered I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, see things you don't understand.
I didn't know you could move so well there, Pablo.
It may come as a surprise to many,
And probably to yourself.
myself as well.
And there was a whole lot of crotch grabbing during that dance skit, wasn't there?
I can't help myself.
Neither can I. Make
When you feel the music, you feel the music.
What's going on, everybody? Good evening. Good to be back this week, man. I was feeling like total crap last week, and I'm feeling like $1,000,000 this week, so it's good to be back doing these shows again. I missed it last week.
Absolutely. Same here. And what better way to kick it back off than on the first official day of summer?
Happy solstice, everybody. Yeah. First day of summer. Did you have a good day celebrating today? No, you didn't because you had another bit of rain.
No, I have. On the contrary, it's been a fantastic day despite the rain. Um, I had a lot of time to think about it. Normally, I have a full set of ritual planned out to celebrate today and revere the sun and all it means to the world. And I didn't let the rain dampen that, pun intended.
Well, I'm
I
glad
made
you had a good day.
a post to kind of explain that a little bit this morning on my personal page that um, even though it's raining here, it's cloudy here, I can't see the sun, that doesn't mean it's not still up there.
That's right. That's right. I got we got a fun show planned today. Hello. Oh, first of all, hello everybody. It's tuning in. Good to see you all. Hello, Richard, Misty, April, Mary Beth. Good evening to you guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight and hanging out with us on our summer solstice episode. Today's show is going to be kind of we have a topic to talk about, but it's going to be kind of like summer themed kind of a show. And so that's going to be a fun one. I think there's going to be lots. It's coming. It's coming. Be ready for it, everybody. We're gonna see some popping
I
up.
missed the memo earlier today about us shifting toward the summer theme, or else I would have put the gold shorts on.
Fuck! I should have said something. I should have said
You
something.
got to catch me early.
Well, me and you have something planned. Planning on coming up there or down there, I should say, 1st of July.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be. I haven't took a nice healthy vacation in a while, and I'm ready. I'm due for one this year. I haven't done anything at all. I mean, I went to a theme park, but that's 45 minutes away. I'm ready to take a trip. So we're going to meet up this 1st of July. So I'm excited about that. But it's gonna be fun getting back into the mountains and shit again, and actually meeting.
I would
We've known each other for years.
absolutely pit um, any theme park roller coaster ride against the goodness of the mountains, especially the Appalachian Blue Ridge. The water, the air here.
It's a different world being in the mountains. I lived out in Gatlinburg for 10 years, kind of like literally off the grid. I had like solar paneling, windmills. I was getting water from the stream. I did the whole thing for like 10 years, and then I moved away in 2014, I think. But yeah, I made a couple trips to Gatlinburg again, but I missed the mountains.
Misty Disler with her last comment wants to keep up. I'll untie this bootstring.
Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Mary Beth says, "You don't go into the woods fully clothed." That's what I'm a little bit concerned with. Do I have to? Do I gotta buy some gold shorts too?
No, but you do strip yourself in the sense that you go with an open heart and open mind and open spirit if you want the most out of your experience in the woods. That's the essence of a medicine walk.
Well, I just plan on just jumping in on my jockstrap. He's like, dude, just what? You better. He said, you better not. Well, I might. But yeah, we got a fun show tonight, guys. It's going to be summer themed, some funny stuff. The mix in here, like me and Papa doing our little whatever flower song dancing. So we're gonna have fun today. Summer, when you think of summertime, it's fun time. Getting out there, enjoying the warm days, swimming. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of a fan of like getting out there, like go-kart riding and miniature golf. I think there were some fun activities to do during the summertime, I think.
Yeah. We don't have any of those things around here except regular golf. People learned about this place here, and around the 1920s, they started developing a country club. So we're kind of in between two golf course country clubs, but just on the outside of that type of living.
So
But we can golf if you want to golf when you come up.
I'm not golfing, but it's leading up to our first verse.
That's not our attire.
Could you imagine us?
We don't wear golf clothes.
I would. I've worn tutus and everything else before. I'm not shy of wearing something funky. But it was
We would
leading
get
up
kicked out.
to the funny skit I got coming up for everybody now. Something to laugh about. I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Angry Grandma. If you haven't watched this lady on YouTube, it's her and her grandson Josh. And if you guys have never watched an episode of what this lady, when we say angry grandma, she really is angry. But this is some summertime fun for her. She went out and had some. Rode some golf carts, raced around the track. She went miniature golfing. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play this video, angry grandma video, for you guys. Laugh your asses off because I know you're going to, and then we'll be right back, guys.
You turned me off!
Yeah, the race is over. You're good to get up. Check for belongings, phones, wallets, keys. Exit back here.
Okay, no, bite some God damn. You can't help! Motherfucker. Are you gonna stand there and let me shit on myself? Get me out of here!
What?
Motherfucker, I don't know by the fucking hell. I'll climb out of this son of a bitch one way or another. And when I do, you better get the fuck out of my face. They're having a fucking birthday party in there, and I gotta walk back through that shit? Oh, fuck, motherfucker. And this kid asked his mom, Mom, what's that smell? I turned around and I said, it's shit! Do you know what shit is? I shit on my fucking self. Motherfucker, that's fucking shit water.
What?
Son of a bitch. Shit water all along there. Look at it. Shit water.
Rennie, there's no smoking on the golf course.
Am I on it? I ain't on the motherfucker yet. Fuck! Oh, damn you. Stupid ass motherfucker. Now what?
You didn't make it, Gran.
I didn't make it. I know I didn't make the motherfucker. I see it sitting there waiting on me. Son of a bitch. I'm telling you, I'll take this damn golf club and I'll throw it in that fucking pile of shit water back there. I don't give a damn. I'm not going back. Fuck. Get off there. Get it. Oh, motherfucker, it went in the fucking shit water. Now, how the fuck you think you gonna get that out of there, motherfucker? Son of a bitch. Now what? Where do you go now?
You gotta go in the water.
Fuck that water. I'm not going into that damn fucking water. Motherfucker. Son of a bitch. Might as well miss the motherfucker. God damn it. We water. Motherfucker. This is bull fucking shit. Son of a bitch! Motherfucker, get that fucking ball! Put it down there! I ain't running that motherfucker no more! What? You know what? There it went, stupid ass motherfucker. You know what? This is it for me.
What are you doing?
I'm leaving. Fuck this shit. I got shit all over me. I am fucking leaving. I'm going to fuck home.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something. I got about 30 tokens, and I was wondering, will that get me a pack of cigarettes?
We don't have cigarettes. I'm sorry.
Oh, motherfucker! I'm leaving.
I want her as my grandma.
I could say that you can drive down about any country road here into any holler and find that woman with just a slightly different hairstyle or dress. I've seen Misty and April comment on here about that might be them when they get a little bit older, but I know them both personally, and I can tell them, you don't need to wait. Y'all are there already, both of you.
Oh, he just called you ladies out. Son of a bitch.
If I went to putt putt with either one of them, I can guarantee it would be almost the same exact video.
Get me out of here before I take a shit on myself. I want her as a grandma. I think she's fucking hilarious. She's from West Virginia initially, but she lives in Michigan now.
No surprise.
Yeah, she's from West Virginia originally, and she lives in Michigan. But I wish I could have that that kind of attitude. Look, Misty says here,
I wish we could get her on the show.
that would be awesome.
Y'all are fucking talking nonsense. Shut up.
Shut up, motherfuckers.
What is this video? What am I watching?
Oh, I'm gonna have some competition here with April Lee. She goes, I do use the F-bomb like it's going out of style. I've had we've had contests before the show about seeing if I can not throw an F-bomb out there. And did I ever complete one show?
I don't think so. There was even one that you were sworn to. I think it was even a Christmas episode. And you still blew it.
I was still flying around like crazy.
You made it about 3/4 of the way through the show.
What broke me?
I cannot remember. I think
Damn, I made it 3/4 through the show, and then I finally broke down towards the end.
Your folks should be organic.
Oh, well, I drop them a lot too, so I don't feel bad. April, don't feel bad at all. It's become a habit for me. The word sounds great. It sounds sexy. It works with everything. Fuck does. He's like, yeah. We all need an angry grandma like it. And what fun activities what fun summer activities is that, right? Getting out there, race, go-kart, shitting on yourself, playing putt-putt, and you can't stop from like swinging it like Tiger Woods, and it's a putt-putt course. I mean, yeah, it's great.
Sid, what are your fondest summer memories since we're on summer? And you guys watching the show, comment in there too. Share your most fond summer memory, or even if you choose, your not so fond summer memories. I remember being young and fresh picked switches coming out as a not so fond memory. Have to pick my own switch.
I lived in a city when I was growing up, so I'm trying to think. I want to say there was this bridge that was called 1907 in my neighborhood that us neighborhood kids tied a rope to and hung. It was a railroad track where trains run across this bridge. So I've had to say probably one of my fondest memories was as a teenager swinging off this rope on this bridge. And I probably shouldn't say this, but we did it like nude. We just like, fuck it. We just all threw our clothes off, ran and jumped on the rope and just fucking threw ourselves off the other side and just skinny dipped. I think that was one of the fondest memories. It was a bunch of people doing it. It was like a whole little pond area, just butt ass naked.
I think mine would have to be just running around on a bike as a kid, being little. Other than riding in a car with your parents, the fastest that you had ever got to go. You could feel the wind on your face, and that bicycle was like your Harley.
Yeah, it gave you so much freedom.
You
I
could
want,
go anywhere on that bicycle. I remember that so much, and that feeling, and the heat, and then the wind. Yeah, so riding my bicycle would have to be my fondest summer memory.
Misty
Picking my own switch, the least.
Misty says here, my fondest summer memories are all involve my grandparents' house. That's a fond memory, really.
Did you all get sun tea at your grandparents' house? The picture of tea bags in the water sitting out. Don't even.
I'm trying not
You
to.
got a whole picture of tea bags. You're in a different kind of video. We're talking about summer
I'm
memories,
trying
but
not
that
to,
may
Papa.
come for some of them here.
Hurry and change the subject, Papa. Before
Winter time. Winter's coming. Snow and ice.
Oh my goodness. Richard says here, one of his fondest hang on. Richard says camping or spending time at Nolan Lake, some of his fond memories. April, honeysuckle and stomping in the creek. Or filling Daddy's El Camino truck bed with water and riding around in our mobile home redneck pool. I used to do that too. I'm glad you asked everybody else to bring this up, because that now it's making me remember stuff that we used to do as a kid. I forgot about lining the truck bed with water.
With my pickup truck, we went and got a paint tarp, just that thin, whatever millimeter sheet liner that you put down for paint. And we laid that down on the back of the truck and put the hose in it and filled it up as a pool for the kids.
Those are the good days.
It's the simple things, and that was the other thing that we're on tonight. Not just summertime, but the simple things in life that bring you joy.
And that's easily to do when you think about fond memories, like childhood fond memories like that. Diana says, my best childhood memories are comprised of climbing trees and mountains in South America. Ooh, I bet you that was beautiful.
The climbing trees I'm on, but the South America, that can be
dangerous.
Something else. You know, all kinds of different critters down there in the trees and thorns on the trees.
Papa says teabag and Sid laughs. What do you want
That's
from
the
me?
way it goes.
What do you want from me? I did my best.
Mary Beth is no stranger to this show.
And sun tea and swimming or fishing in the creek.
Yeah, there's that sun tea.
April Lee says, yep, just a thin blue tarp going into the truck and then filling it with water. I used to I can remember, I had my uncles one that did it. I have them take corners fast just so I can contend with the water waves splashing me in the face. Let's see. Facebook users are used to climb out onto the roof of my parents' house and hide there for an afternoon. Bonfires in the fields with my friends out at Papa. What am I getting punked tonight?
I think Lindsay might be trolling you.
We could party all weekend and everyone was safe. He locked the gates so no one can drink and drive. I think I'm getting punked. I'm leaving the Papa. I gotta say it, Papa Dicks.
I'm not taking that bait.
My uncle built us a square pool made out of 4 plywood planks lined with plastic tarp. Had nails sticking out everywhere. So it's a sprinkler system too.
Hell yeah.
Look, once again, what do you guys expect from me? I'm really doing my best. I mean, there was a Papa and there was a dick word. It was a dick word.
Look, you guys know my practice. I have gone into Sid's mind, and it is the gutter. He doesn't go into the gutter. His mind is the gutter.
It's always there. It's just like bubbling. Just waiting for that right opportunity to do something fucked up. Another memory is exploring the castles when we lived in Germany. I so want to see a castle.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I so want to see a castle. His name was Richard. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at Richard. It's just the name itself, the Papa Papa
I didn't do it.
Papa Dicks.
It
I'm
wasn't
trying.
me.
Oh, look, there's my wife. Good evening, dear. How are you? We got, of course, it's the gutter. We used to take long layers of plastic and water hoses to make huge slip and slides. I went one
Can I
step.
throw
Yeah.
one thing out real quick before we get too much further into the summer loving and back to the simple things for tonight? We had a drawing at
Yes.
8 p.m. this evening for a Sunwheel pendant that I've made from elk bone, and Sid threw in from Inner Demon Media, Inner Demon Records, $50 to sweeten the pot on that giveaway.
Yes.
And if you're watching or not, you may have caught it over on the actual wheel spin at 8 p.m. But Tim Clifton is tonight's winner of that pendant and $50 to spend on a tarp or some nails or whatever you want to get into this summer. So congratulations, Tim Clifton.
I am so wrong today. I'm going to stop myself. Congratulations, Tim, on the $50. And not only do you win $50, but you also, if you call this number right here,
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage, better come down here, get some of this shit. We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we gonna make it deliciable. Guess what you gonna get? Nothing. This is a dinosaur.
oh, congratulations, Tim. We'll have that $50 to you as soon as I send it to Papa, and Papa sends it to you, or I get information and I'll just send it to you directly. Either way it works. Congratulations on $50. Now you can buy some barbecue ribs for $5.99.
Or anything else for that matter. That boot that I was going to take off for Misty earlier in the show for $5.99. We'll fry it up.
That's what you're going to get? Nothing. I am so bad. So yes, let's talk about tonight's topic, Papa. Learning how to zone out some of this crazy stuff that's around us in this world, and trying to turn things to more of a simpler way of living. It's not really as easy as well. You're not going to catch me doing that.
I'd have to smoke.
It'd be more like this
anyway. That's really it, though. That's the gist. You're not wrong.
I'm not.
April, who was watching tonight, and I were just talking about this earlier. Just don't give a fuck for a lot of it. And that's an honest to goodness message.
It really is.
Why? Why do you care so much what this person who lives half across the world has to say about what you're doing or what you're wearing or the tattoo that you just got?
I tell them all that when you're doing this kind of stuff like we do, you get people that love what you do and you get people that don't like what you do, and you'll get those people to come at you and like tell you, well, man, you're not a heathen, you're not this. How can you have a show that says talking with heathens when you're not a heathen? Look, I've been a heathen home my whole fucking life, okay? I can remember my grandma, my mama saying, "You're acting like a bunch of little heathens," and I took pride. I took pride in that. It may not have been what it's meant to be, like what we know of it today, but back then I was like, all right, I'm the troublemaker then, and I enjoy being the troublemaker. I like being a disruptor. So when someone comes to me and says something, and it's like, I don't like what you do, I don't like what you're saying, I simply just put them to them like this: I don't give a fuck. I don't care. All of a sudden, your opinion matters now. You're going to come at me rude over something you may have heard. And a lot of the times, like when I do my radio shows, I put disclaimers out all the time, prepare to be offended. That way they already know. I just have no room for it. I zone that shit out.
Enjoy the simple things in life.
Enjoy yourself. I think that's really the most important. I think if you learn how to enjoy your life.
The only people that are going to have a problem with that are the people that haven't found that for themselves yet. And that's that crabs in the bucket mentality. They see one crab making it out of the bucket, getting to the top, about to crawl out and be free again. So they want to climb too, but they try to use that crab to pull themselves up to get to the edge of the bucket to get out themselves. And they end up pulling it back down. Don't get pulled down by that.
Well,
Don't let people pull you down because you're making it to a place for yourself that you've worked hard for, to enjoy life, to be happy in life, content in life.
well, I always say don't let someone else's opinion of your worth dictate what you think you're worth. It's very important to know your worth and what are you worth a penny, or are you priceless? And once you start letting people, it's hard to do sometimes. Sometimes you take negative messages or comments and they really kind of hit you the wrong way at times. I'm guilty of it myself at times. People will message me and they'll say something that's really kind of just triggers me. I try my best not to let it get to me, but there's times where I feel it's okay to let somebody know, hey, you fuck off. Just fuck off. If this is how you
We've
feel,
brought
why
that
you're
on
wrong.
ourselves. We've brought it on ourselves in social media, in our interaction, our level of engagement in social media. Okay, put yourself in this scenario. You're walking down an avenue in New York City. Hundreds and hundreds of people are passing by you a minute. It's busy. That's no different than social media. You pass by one of those hundreds and hundreds of people and they say, those shoes are ugly. Are you going to
Social,
take the time to stop, go back, find them, and try to correct them or explain to them why you picked those shoes or that you don't feel that they're ugly?
I'll just simply
No, you're
reply
not.
quickly.
But why do we do it
I look
on
and say,
social
close your
media?
fucking face. But you don't see me calling you out in public.
If you're going to pass by this person, you're more than likely going to brush that off real quick. Okay, it's 1 in a million, it's 1 in 100, it's 1 in 1,000, whatever. It's a person passing by with a shitty comment. But for some reason, on social media or on the internet, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, we feel the need to respond and reply to every single thing that's said, whether it's kind, unkind, out of the way, or not. If you wouldn't give it the attention in real life, why are you giving it your time and your energy and your effort here? You're wasting it.
And that's really true. Really, I mean, I've been guilty of it. It's taken me a bit of time to, when you're trying to build something and you try to build something up and you put so much time in it, and then you get people that'll come at you, come after you with negative comments, this or that. When I first started doing it, it got to me because I wanted to try to make everybody happy, and I learned that I can't make all these people happy in what I do. They're not going to like everything that I like. They're not going to enjoy everything that I enjoy. So I had to learn to teach myself that I got to enjoy what I'm doing myself. I got to genuinely love what I'm doing myself. Otherwise, nobody else is going to enjoy what I'm doing, and I can't let these people deter me. So when I get negative comments now, honestly, all joking aside, I just tune them out. I don't have time for it. I can't focus my attention on stuff like that, because what that does is ultimately takes away from your energy. They're zapping you of all this joy and happiness that you have, and you shouldn't allow them to do that. And that was something that was a hard lesson for me to do. I want to make everybody happy, but if I'm trying to make everybody else happy, I'm not making myself happy. Then it becomes more of a responsibility and obligation to make others happy instead of yourself. And you have to learn to tune that stuff out and zone it out and just like move on. And that's with life in general. You're going to have coworkers and bosses that are just a pain in your ass. They always got something negative to say. You can sit there and get mad at them or annoyed with them and tell them to fuck off. But the next day, they're going to ultimately come around and act like the same person, or they'll go around telling other coworkers what a dick you are for calling them an asshole. It's not worth your time. It's a waste of energy. Just blow this shit off. Really. That's where I'm at now. I'm getting too old to care.
The older you get, the more precious things become.
Misty says,
Time
"Nah,
becomes
I made
precious.
time to suck my." Yeah, that's the
But in
spirit.
that real world scenario, you throw that out and then you move on. You don't
That's it.
stop to argue. You don't stop and sit there and bicker back and forth and
Fucking hours
have
on
that
end with your
debate.
keyboard getting
But
fucking
yet we're doing
tunnel.
it here on social media, and it's making us angry people. It's making us upset and sad people to feed in and engage in the negativity that other people want to instigate because they get a kick or a rise out of it. Be bigger than that. I know it's not easy. And I'm not telling you to lay down and get walked on, but I'm telling you to take responsibility for
Choose
what
and
you
pick your
engage
battles. Choose and pick your battles. If it's not worth your time, don't fuck with it. If it is worth your time, by all means, rip them a new ass. That's me, though. Maybe not such a spiritual advice tonight, is it? Not coming from me. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We got some great music for you guys tonight. As always, you know how this show is. We like to share new music, new songs that we hear. And once again, tonight is sort of a themed night about for summer solstice and summertime theme. So we're going to be playing 3 bands. One of them is called The Defiance with their song 19 and Summertime. So you guys sit back or go take a break, get a drink, come back and enjoy and turn this up. The Defiance, 19 and Summertime. We'll be right back, guys.
Hey, this is Josie Scott, the original OG lead singer of Saliva, and you are watching Inner Demon Media. Release your inner demons. We all have demons. We just don't try to hide them.
19 summertime.
I was just a young boy, easy come, easy go.
My name is Mama. Mama, Mama. My name is Baby. Baby, baby.
Oh, welcome back, everybody, to Talking with Heathens. This is our summertime show.
Happy solstice to everyone watching.
Get my stogie out.
I hope you got some sunshine today.
I got some sunshine today. Yeah, I did. Kids got a little bit sunburned too, swimming out there in the look. She goes, that shit. She said that shit was creepy. Don't make me do it again. Oh man. Oh, April Lee says, great video, reminds me of another favorite summer memory. The 106.5, the end, what is going on tonight, man? It's the end of a weenie roast. Anyone remember that? So many great bands over the years. Was that no? We had the same thing going in Indianapolis growing up. Sure did.
Yeah, it's the other element or theme to tonight were those simple things, and summertime is such a great precursor to that, I guess. We have such fond memories of summer because they stem from our childhood, and our childhood was filled with either school or summertime. You got that break, you got to be out, you got to be free, you got to enjoy life without class, without books, without homework.
And really, that is really a fucking key, really, right there, Papa, is learning how to enjoy life. And that could be hard, especially in our day and age and how society is so fast-paced, so serious. You get in, get her done, move on. And Mary Beth, of course, I hate summer.
Mary Beth hates summer. She hates the heat, she hates the sun.
Hates the heat.
For those of you who don't know, Mary Beth is
Mrs.
a
Claus.
Dracula. She's a Dracula.
She's like a Mrs. Claus. Loves Christmas all year round. Always wants to be snowy and cold. She's like a Mrs. Claus.
She's a Dracula, Mrs. Claus.
We'll go with that. We'll do some fangs. We got to put a little bit of a dark element to this. So we might as well add fangs and make her like a vampire.
We get this idea in our heads that to be grown up, we have to be complicated. And so we overcomplicate shit to be mature, to be grown up. And
it's all right to let loose and have fun and just be you and enjoy you. And that's the good and the bad parts of it. Just enjoy you and celebrate your life.
And we're so worried about what other people think.
Fuck them.
My goodness, if I get in the creek and play around and splash and have fun like I used to, because that was fun. I remember it being fun, and it still is. Nothing has changed with that happening. But people might see me as still a kid or immature. But I need to be professional. I need to be a grown-up. So even though I'm dying to get in that creek and play with my kids and have a good time, I'm not going to do it because I have to save this image. I have to be stoic. I have to sit here and be very responsible and not have any fun. I have to be overcomplicated because that makes me interesting as an adult.
Well, let's be fair.
Get in that creek and have fun with your kids. I'm telling you right now. Do not mess that up.
Becoming an adult and having to take on responsibilities, house payments, work, bills, taking care of the kids, we lose that sense of our childlike persona that we have. We shove it away and stuff it away somewhere in our heads or minds, and because we have to be an adult and responsible, we forget to be like a child. You know what I mean? Enjoy those small, simple things in life. It's the simplest things that hold the greatest memories.
It's life before responsibility. And when it comes to responsibility, I'm going to tell you a trick. You can put it on hold. Your rent, your mortgage, your electric bill, they come once a month.
They're still 30 days left or 29 days left, whatever it is in a month.
You can take the time to spend having fun with your kids and making memories that will last a lifetime.
To answer your question, Richard, Sid, do you remember all the crazy things Bob and Tom used? I used to listen to that show religiously, Bob and Tom show. Them guys, they had. I sort of do what I kind of grab what my show, like you see, talking with heathens. This is not your normal type of show that you would normally watch, like if you're in the spiritual community. I want it to be fun. I want it to be entertaining. I want to touch people not in a spiritual way, but I want to touch people in a human way. I want to make them laugh. I want to make them feel. I want to make them feel those emotions that you normally wouldn't get. So I kind of modeled my shows around Bob and Tom, Howard Stern. That's these people I enjoyed listening to, and as a young man, I take these elements
Those
and
of you that know me know that I wouldn't be on a show if it wasn't this way. Sid, you're a real dude. You're a real person. You deliver real conversation on real topics.
It's scary, isn't
And
it?
so I'm more than glad and honored to be a part of that and coming on this show.
We have fun. We and a lot of it's just because we. What better way to touch someone in a deeper level in their core is making them laugh, or making them feel something again. We become numb to certain things that happen to us in life, like losing a loved one, or a breakup, or losing your job. We would kind of sort of become numb to these emotions, and you start turning them off. So you touching somebody with a good laugh or a good conversation, let people know that they're not alone out there, and we go through things. I at least like to try just to share my life with people, so let them know that they're not alone, and have fun doing it.
I caught a video the other day of a musician. It was an older guy that played a bass guitar, and he was talking to a crowd and explaining his technique or his method for playing it. He was in a jazz scene, and when you're playing bass for jazz, it's crazy. You think the Seinfeld theme, like just all over the place. He doesn't like that, and he proceeds to tell the crowd that he likes to play simple because that's the catch. That's the feel. When you play complicated, you have to think. When you play simple, you get to feel. And when you feel, that's real. When you have to think, it's manufactured.
That's
so
right.
You feel. Keep it simple. And so that's how he plays his bass. He keeps it simple.
And it's really key, really, to keep life as simple as you can. I mean, you have to take on responsibilities, but like you said earlier, though you can take care of those responsibilities, and you still have so much more time left of your day or your month or your week that you can still make yourself happy. And I'm blessed that I'm able to stay home with my kids and spend time with them, and I'm getting almost 50 years old, getting ready to be 50 years old, and 49 in next month. And it becomes a little bit of a task keeping up with the kids, but I love it because it's keeping me young, and it's reminding me that don't forget, no matter how old you are, if you kept the mind of a child and how simple the mind of a child is, everything is something new in this world. There's always something that fascinates the child, or they want to constantly. We can still be that way. We just got to let go of all these things that bind us down, and make us worry what other people will think about us. And when you don't have to, you don't have to worry. All you got to do is worry about making yourself happy.
Stop thinking about who you should be and just be who you are. If you guys want to throw up in the comments a little bit more about those simple pleasures that you remember, because they've inspired me tonight and may inspire others to revisit those. The things like the sun tea and the tarp in the back of a truck as a pool,
or the fish
what
fry.
Are your simple things about getting back to living and the joy of those simple things in this overcomplicated world?
Yeah, so be young. I think it's cool that we did this show, because it is making people that are watching, even myself watching, and taking part of this show, it's reminded me of memories of my childhood. When you asked me what was one of my fondest memories earlier, I said, now that I'm listening to everybody else, I'm remembering things that I used to do in the summertime that made my summer so much fun. I can remember, like you said, hopping on a bicycle, and you have that sense of freedom that you can go anywhere you want to. Back when I was a teenager, I could go buy cigarettes. So I started smoking when I was 16. So I'd hop on my bike, go buy some cigarettes for 75 cents, and go hide somewhere and pretend like I was smoking a cigarette. It was just being part of growing up as a teenager, skateboarding with your friends, riding trails with your friends, pretending like you're really cool and you're smoking a cigarette when you're really not. It's this little small, simple things, and I'm glad we have the
But
show.
now that you're recalling those things, you want to revisit them because the way that it made
Absolutely,
you feel. And
yeah.
you can absolutely feel that way again in doing those.
Another good one.
And
Elizabeth says
there's
watermelon plate.
happiness in a world that offers very, very little of it. It's about getting those little victories, those little wins through those simple joys.
Fuck, here's another good. Misty says catching lightning bugs in a jar, then letting them go. I used to love chasing lightning bugs around, but I was a little bit more morbid about it. I would squish a few to get the glowy shit on my fingers.
I think we all did that. We would put them on our face, like under our eyes or our forehead.
Start running around like the turtle man. Hee, with fucking
Ricky Disler is on here shooting people with bottle rockets.
Oh yeah, fucking Roman candles. I used to love Roman candle wars. Where we're shooting the motherfuckers at each other.
The creek. Absolutely.
A lot of good memories here. Rose Allen says packing a cantina and a sandwich and grabbing the Red Ryder and tying my mom and dad by for the day and getting lost in the woods and the creek for the day. What? There's some really great memories here.
That was it. As a kid, to be turned loose in the woods, you had the whole world in front of you. You could make a spear if you wanted to, a walking staff, even if you
take a stick.
A stick could be a gun.
Yes. I would run around like I was the Terminator. I'll be back.
When you were a kid and you were alone in the woods and you just had the day, the world was yours. You could do anything that you wanted to, and you still can.
And look, we can look at it this way too. This is a very important ingredient in magic, and whatever path that you follow is having these fond memories and letting go, like we're talking about, and revisiting these memories. That can light a fire in your belly and your core, and it could be an essential part of your magic. Just imagine if you essentially let go of all these worries, all these problems in your life, and you're fully just kind of going with the flow with the universe. There's so much magic and potential that you can set yourself free with by just letting things go and being more simpler about how you carry your life.
Do I really give a shit about this person's comment on my social media post, or am I about to enjoy a sip of this sun tea?
That's it.
It's going to take you places. Both will, but it's up to you to choose.
Oh my goodness! I don't know, Erica, if that's a fond memory now. I hated pagers.
Beepers and pagers.
I did have fun though, doing those like secret messages. You type out like hell or hello. You have to turn the page around to get the text message. But I knew if I was getting a beep, I didn't want to call them. And then, the problem was there's no cell phones during beeper time. So when you got a beep, you felt like you had to chase around a payphone somewhere to give somebody a fucking call. It came a pain in the ass. I wouldn't say that was a fond memory for me. Mud pies.
I don't have any fond memories from beepers. I have memories from pagers and beepers, but none of them fond.
Squishing your toes in the mud that was always good.
Yeah. Catching crawdads.
Make sure you're home at dark. That's what my parents said. You can go out and do whatever the hell you want to, but you better be in the house by the time the street lights go out. I was like,
but how do we do that now? The world is much, much different.
There's cell phones now. You better pick up that cell phone when I call.
Mary Beth playing in the rain. No one plays in the rain. I did just today. I danced in the rain.
Okay, here's Wood. That summer rain out on the porch under a tin roof. That's a good one. Shigleberry Beth says, you won't melt, witches. I don't know. I remember outside that doesn't exist anymore for kids. No, sadly, technology is kind of parents now are so busy that they pass the adulting on to electronics and laptops and tablets and video games. Sadly, I make sure I let my kids go outside. They do want to get caught up in the trap of playing video games and tablets, but I make sure that I take them off of that and I take them outside and do something. I won't let them. I'll give them times door knocking. But now, I was notorious in my neighborhood during when Halloween was fun in the early '80s. And I remember going, doing the door knocks and ringing the doorbells, and then they come answer the door, and there's a flaming paper bag of shit on their front porch. Or I'd ring their doorbell, and the fucking front of their house has been toilet papered. But one thing I never did, though, I never did no bag snatching. I'm glad we live out in the woods because I can't let my kids roam far and wide and stay out even at night. Let's see here. Monica, my favorite was going to the local pond by myself, spend the day watching the universe of the pond. So much magic in that community. I spent so much time there. It was home away from home. I remember finding friends outside wherever kids played.
Monica, that's actually an exercise that I do with people. We'll go out into the forest or near a pond or lake or body of water or whatever, and I ask them to pick out a foot-by-foot square in their vision. You've got the whole wilderness in front of you, the whole woods, this big lake, whatever, wherever we're at the time. But I ask them to pick out a one-by-one and look at that and sit with that. And then soon, even though there's a great big world all around you, you start to see this great big world in such a small square and how much is happening in that space. And then suddenly that great big world around you, while focusing on that little square, becomes even bigger. But it doesn't make you small. It makes you feel a part.
Yeah.
That I am in this. I'm even bigger than this tiny little square that I'm looking at, and I see all this life and all these things happening.
This fucking cigar is delicious. Anyway, so we're going to take a quick break again, guys. We got some more music for you guys, and all with a summer theme to it. Next one up, we have another, he's like a YouTuber creator, content creator. He's like a one-man band, really, to be fair. His name is Leo Morchetti, and he's doing a cover of Bryan Adams' Summer of '69, but it's a metal cover. So we're going to be a little bit heavier this time, and not so much of this Journey, Foreigner, pop, the Defiance vibe. This is more of a heavier, crunchier, like you guys are wanting. I know you guys are wanting. So stay where you guys are at. Turn this up really loud because you're going to love this song. This is Leo Morchetti with Summer of '69.
Hey, this is Mark from 6th Century, and you're watching Inner Demon Media.
Studios.
I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled, was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Tony got married, I should've known we'd never get far. Ooh, when I look back now, the summer seemed to last forever. And if I had the choice, yeah, I'd always want to be there. Those were the best days of
welcome back, everybody. Talking with Heathens. That's what's going on.
Hey.
Hey, yo, what's up, yo?
Oh man,
Fun
that's
show
a
so
hard
far.
one. That was a hard one for me. I'm a
Was
big
it?
Brian Adams fan.
I've heard better covers. I heard like the first 30, 45 seconds of the song. I kind of wanted to wait until we did it on the show so I can watch
No,
the
this
whole
guy
video.
is super popular for his covers. He has a very interesting take. It's a little bit harder for my taste. But yeah,
It wasn't bad.
a diehard Brian Adams. In all the words of wisdom from Kanye West, when you try hard, you die hard. I think the Mordecai guy maybe tried a little hard on this one.
Did I say his name wrong?
No, I did on purpose.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
we call him. I read it briefly, so the first thing that came to mind was just say it Mordecai. I don't know the guy's name. I've seen him shared around a ton. People love him. They love his covers, and some of them are fantastic, but I love when he covers other heavy metal. He has a very heavy hand on the guitar. He has a very heavy voice, so it works to give you a different take on what you're used to hearing in heavy metal. But I don't like him doing the softer stuff. Get off my Brian Adams.
You're not alone.
I do it for you.
He
Let that alone.
You're not
Let
alone.
that
You're not
alone.
alone in it, buddy. You're not alone.
Leave that in the 80s.
He's done some good covers though. He really has.
Yeah, he does, and people love it. But I love his heavier covers of heavier songs. It's a tough transition to try to do something so soft and sweet.
He's done some Taylor Swift and he's done some Adele that were actually really, really, really good. I liked his version of it more so than I liked Adele's, and I think he did a Beyonce.
Mary Beth's hating on me here. Everything I do it for ooh.
You know what? To be fair, I hate that fucking song too.
Man,
it got
Kevin
played out.
Costner from Robin Hood. I think it was like 1993 when they did that movie, and Morgan Freeman was in there. They put that song as the end track to the movie. I remember that movie so fondly. And so it's ingrained as it is. And some things should be left alone.
Yeah, like
it's
that
not
song.
up to me to decide, but my preference is some things just should be as they are. Some songs should be left alone.
I mean, I could do without ever hearing everything I do. I do it for you. Yeah, I could do without that song the rest of my life. But I like Cuts Like a Knife. I love. It was just he went through that fucking period for me with Brian Adams. He went through that period where he was just coming out with love songs and ballads, and I was just really. It was that period where he was doing Everything I Do for You, and he had like 2 or 3 ballads he released right at the same time, and I was just like really just burnt out on listening to Brian Adams.
Well, you had to because at the time you were competing with the onslaught, just the juggernaut of Metallica coming into their own. And some of these other really heavy bands at the end of the 90s or at the end of the 80s going into the 90s. And there were rock ballads that were happening. So if you don't have a full band and if you don't have that in your spirit to get into that vibe, then you're going to have to fall back to the classic.
I like his earlier stuff, Cuts Like a Knife, stuff like that. That's the Brian Adams music I like. I seriously could do without everything I do. I do it for you. That's
it got overplayed to death for sure.
That I 100% agree with Mary Beth. I really do.
When
it
things
was good
get
when it first
overplayed,
came out, but back then it was everything was
Definitely
FM radio is all you had. You didn't have these internet radio stations like we have, so they would play the shit out of it, and to the point you're like, man, not this fucking song again. I just want to jump out of a 2-story church head first and land on concrete. I've got to hear this fucking song again.
Yeah, it makes me think to the idea that popularity is a curse. When you get overplayed, you get a song overplayed. If you get a role in an acting gig and it gets very popular, you're forever identified as that character.
Richard agrees with me. Cuts like a knife. I love his earlier Bryan Adams stuff. It's just
Absolutely.
that there's only like 2 or 3 songs that got really overplayed with Bryan Adams I could do without listening to again. Not that I'm saying the song sucks. It's just I've heard the song 3,000 times. He's got a new album out that's really, really good. And it brings you back to those early days of Bryan Adams music. I'm a fan of him. I just don't like that fucking song no more.
Country music is good for that too. They'll wear you down on
Yeah,
a popular song.
Mary Beth asks the question: do either of you like Boy George? It takes time. Do you really want
realize my mind?
There you go. I used to like him in the early '80s. Yeah, I mean, not like I was a huge fan, but comma chameleon. Yeah. Why not? There's a few songs. To be fair, listen to a little bit of everything. Oh, well, so do I, really. I like some country music. I like pagan folk music. I like bluegrass. I like some country. I'm a metalhead at heart, but I enjoy just about everything.
That new thing now about listening to different genres, I saw somebody post it the other day, is polyjamorous.
What?
Kind of jam to many different genres.
Oh, this has been a fun show tonight, Pablo.
It has. Meatloaf.
I love Meatloaf.
Davis.
Loved him in Rocky Horror Picture Show. That Bat Out of Hell, that first album was just amazing. I enjoyed Meatloaf. I still do to this day. He's got like Paradise on the Dashboard Lights. I mean, it was the way he mixed this rock and roll with what would you call that his style? It's hard to explain because not everybody does it.
Almost orchestral or choir like
theatrical music is what I'm thinking. Like he was really theatric. He was like when he would perform, he would not just a concert, but he would act these songs out on stage. He would pull out a car and he'd bring a female in to have the duet with to do these certain songs. He was just an entertainer all around. Didn't have the best voice, but he
was given it. He was given it. His voice was his whole persona.
Yeah.
And you see that in stage, whether you go watch Carmen or Phantom of the Opera, you're going to see those things.
Good. Bat Out of Hell was Bat Out of Hell 2 was a great song, great album too. The video for I Won't Do That was all kinds of yeah. I mean, that was another great song too. Meatloaf was great.
That's another thing entirely. Music video production from the mid to late 80s into the 90s. That was a theme and a genre in itself. There was just something about the storytelling that took place. Now music videos is just,
there's really not
I'm going to dance in front of you. I've got 5 or 6 people on each side of me. They're all dancing. We're doing a dance together, and that's the music video. But when you go back in music, you got to see the story that was being sung or sang, whatever.
Look, we got Erica says Skid Row. Speaking of which, when we end the night show, we're playing a guy named, we remember his name, Eric Grönwall from Germany. He is now the new lead singer of Skid Row, and this was the song 18 in Life we're going to be playing here at the end of the show, just here in a few minutes. And this is what got him to be part of the band, was this video that he was a content creator on YouTube, and the band heard him do this version of 18 in Life and hired him. So we're going speaking of I really like Skid Row.
Yeah.
So we'll be playing a Skid Row song with the new Skid Row singer, and you can be pleasantly surprised. Make a music video when Sid visits. We'll put that up on our OnlyFans.
There's going to be 2 pairs of gold shorts.
One that's gonna be a little bit chubbier in it than the other. My golden shorts gonna look like I got Daisy Dukes on. Half my ass cheeks gonna be hanging out. No,
There's going to be ass cheeks, hairy bellies.
Richard, are you from Indianapolis or Indiana at one point in time, Richard? Because I was there at that same Motley Crue concert. I think this was back in like 1987. They did 2 videos. They did Wild Side, and they did there was another one, Wild Side. Oh, I can't remember. I think it was Jailhouse Rock too, or something. I can't remember. Yes, I remember being there at that concert where they made music videos, and I can remember being there. I was only like fucking 13, 14 years old when I went to that. My very first concert was like 87. Poison and Tesla, and then I fell in love with concerts, and then I was just wearing them out.
Tell me you don't love ballads if you've heard Tesla's Love Song.
That's like one of the ultimate ballads. I'm a ballad fan. I am. I'm not a fan.
Heaven.
Warrant Heaven. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. You don't know what you got until it's gone. Cinderella.
You got Heaven's Warrant. I remember being a little kid and seeing the music video and thinking, this is the most amazing thing that I've ever seen in my life. Like the slow-mo of the video and everything. Just
Ozzy and Lita Ford, Don't Close Your Eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the name of the song? Or am I thinking of Kicks?
Don't Close Your Eyes makes me think
Kicks.
Keith Whitley and the great Alison Krauss.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about some Appalachian music? We can get into that, but that'll be all night long on my end. Appalachia has produced some of the greatest artists and musicians in history. Keith Whitley being one, Alison Krauss being another.
There you go. Thank you. Then Kicks. Kicks was Don't Close Your Eyes, and then Lee and Ozzy was Close My Eyes Forever. That's it.
The duet that I was thinking was a different song. I'll correct myself there. When you say nothing at all.
I am not. I'm gonna give everybody a guilty pleasure because Erica once again is hitting on some bands, artists that I like. I liked the Dixie Chicks. I liked when they first came out. Their first album was really, for me, really, really good. I thought they had a phenomenal voice. I thought the song, the lyrics were well written, and they just really sounded well. So I was a fan of that first album by the Dixie Chicks. Really, another good pick. Lonnie Richie, All Night Long, All Night.
When I hear Lionel Richie, it makes me think Easy Like Sunday Morning from...
Oh, yeah. I like them. What's it? The Commodores.
That's such a feel-good song.
Mm-hmm.
I've got so much music to listen to now once we get off here.
Well, thank you guys for
I've got a
tuning in
full playlist thanks to you guys watching and chiming in tonight.
Thank you for hanging out with us tonight and taking a trip down memory lane with us for summertime and letting us talk a little bit about learning how to make life a little bit more simpler, letting things go and learning how to live. Janet Jackson. That's another one. How can you go wrong with Janet Jackson? I mean, seriously. Not everybody thinks, what are you talking about? Janet Jackson? Are you serious? I was like, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rhythm Nation. I mean, come on.
Now I'm thinking California Love.
Mark. By the way, Marcus Squarina was mine too. I mean, when I went to my first concert at 13 or 14 years old to see Poison, I was there to see Motley Crue. I was there to see I went there to see Pantera with Corrosion of Conformity. I mean, I was wearing. I even performed at Market Square Arena. The band that I was playing with at the time. I told you this story, but I don't know if Richard's ever heard it. I played for a band back in '88 and got to open up the very first band. They got to open up for Metallica for their Injustice for All album. So I was like, yeah, Market Square Arena was my second home. I remember the days when There wasn't seating. It was always general admission. You better get at the front door. So I got at the shows at Market Square Arena. I would get there like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning and stand all fucking day to make sure that I got front row. The good old days. I have seen Pantera numerous times. I've seen Metallica numerous times. I've done drugs without.
I say Phil is one of the best frontmen in rock heavy metal.
I've had drinks with Zach Wild. I've snorted coke with Ozzy Osbourne. And this is all no shit. I met a lot. I partied with Rat. Ended up in Florida with Poison. Parents had to come drive from Indianapolis to Florida to get me. I had a pretty. I must admit, I had a pretty good life as a teenager and young adult, playing music and meeting all these bands and stuff. Such a kick-ass time.
If Mary Beth says, I want to see Garth Brooks, then I know she's a fan of Clint Black.
Oh, who isn't? I like Blake Shelton, too.
I don't know about Blake Shelton, but I'm talking about Garth Brooks, Brooks and Dunn, Clint Black, Dwight Yoakam, some old Hank.
Old Hank.
Who can't love some old Hank?
Yeah, I love Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, we have taken up our hour and a half time. Thank you guys once again for sharing some of your memories with us and also sharing space with us tonight as well. It feels good to finally get back and doing the show again. I missed it last week, and I was so ready to come back to doing this, and it's been a fun show. Maybe I got a little bit too excited making this show tonight, but I hope everybody had fun, had a few laughs. Let us talk to you guys a little bit about, letting things go and living a simpler life and playing some music for you guys. So thank you all really genuinely for hanging out with us as you guys do every Wednesday. We enjoy the company and we enjoy having fun with you guys, and we enjoy doing our best to give you guys some sort of message during all of our shows. So bravo, a big round of applause for you guys, the viewers, people that share our show and watch us, for tuning in tonight. We will be back next Wednesday for another show. And before we leave, I want to say one more time, congratulations to Tim. What was his last name? Tim, the one, the necklace or charm?
Got me on the spot here. Quick check. We've got Tim Clifton. You'll be getting a message from Velveteer Workshop to get your mailing address. And
congratulations.
Not your credit card information, not your bank routing number, nothing like that. People read these posts. But
yeah, congratulations to you. Happy summer solstice to all of you guys out there. Hope you guys enjoyed your day. We'll catch you guys next Wednesday. But until then, we're going to leave you with one last song. This is Eric Kronwall, the new lead singer of Skid Row, doing their cover of 18 and Live. So enjoy, guys, and we will catch you guys next Wednesday. Papa, you want to say goodbye? Oh, that's good enough.
Happy summer solstice to you.
Guys, have a great night. We'll talk to you guys later. And make sure before you go to sleep tonight, give your loved one that's near you a great big hug. Tell them how much you love them. Until then, guys, we'll catch you guys next Wednesday, same time as always, 8 p.m. Until then, enjoy your rest of your week, guys.